The Cedar Falls Tourism and Visitors Bureau is partnering with UNI for an exciting community pride project. Let's take a look.
We are here with 26 TC mascot. We have Panthers on Parade coming May through October 2024. So as part of the project, these 6-foot-tall fiberglass mascots are going to be embellished by local artists. They're going to be placed out at sponsor locations throughout Cedar Falls and the Cedar Valley. So today they just arrived in our community and we have artists coming shortly to come and pick them up. Once the artists pick them up, they'll have about 9 weeks to paint them, embellish them, really do some fun creative designs. And then they'll bring them back to us. We'll have them clear coated and installed at sponsor locations throughout the community. All of our artists are from Iowa. Most of them are from Cedar Falls and Waterloo in the Cedar Valley, but there are a few on the outskirts as well.
One of those local artists is Stephanie Fever, a UNI alum, and she took a tall grass approach to her TC.
Yeah, I had multiple friends reach out to me and said, you should apply for this. And so I did, and then, the ideas started going, and then I got excited and started sketching stuff out, and then, the application was due in September, and I just become really obsessed with walking through the prairies. We celebrated 50 years of the Darrell Smith Prairies and Trails here in town, and so, I loved walking through there and seeing the different colors and textures, and I thought, some people drive by here and they think it's a field of weeds or whatever, and I just thought, how cool would it be to draw attention? And that's the goal, one of the goals of an artist is to notice things and then express that so that people can see a new perspective on something. And I thought, oh, what if we had that TC, peeking out of the prairie, and and then it turned into this. I think people like to see something familiar and then they start to get curious, like, oh, what is that? And then, like I said, that's one of the goals of an artist is to notice something and then express it in a way that gives people a new perspective and can see things from a new perspective as well. I prepped him I put the solid black on first, so it's lots of layers, and then I drew out with chalk all of the images, and then I painted around the drawings with white paint so that when I put the color on it would pop out a little bit more. Yeah, and then I went back through and outlined with the black. It's a lot of layering and process. I think I've come to about 28 hours now. That's the tally on the chalkboard. So obviously divvied up over the span of a month. But I'll do a few hours on the weekend, a couple hours in the evening, and I prefer the daylight. So I can see the right colors and stuff. So that really depends, obviously, with daylight savings. That was a little nicer to be able to have more daylight. It was really fun for the pickup and the sun was glowing on them and they just looked so cool lined up, to see them all as like a blank canvas, and then now to see them all come to life. It's been pretty cool. And I've been in touch with a couple other artists that are doing one as well, and it's been fun to see the process. The process is always the most interesting part, honestly.
Keep an eye on Cedar Falls visitor and tourism social media pages, or go to panthersonparade.com to find all the up-to-date information for this community event.